I've recently added this IBM Model 5155 portable PC to my vintage computer collection. To go along with it, I found some original IBM software still in the original shrink wrap. DOS 2.1, DOS 3.3, and the IBM Professional Editor. Let's start with DOS 2.1. Came in the typical binder in a box of the day, labeled DOS with a version 2.10 sticker, and on the back side has a program license agreement and warranty. The warranty and license agreement isn't stuck to the box, it was just held there by the shrink wrap. Let's see, inside. All the documentation is also separately shrink wrapped. There's a user's guide by Microsoft Corporation. This is the IBM rebranded version of Microsoft's MS-DOS. Cardboard backer to keep it nice and firm. Upgrade package order form for BASIC 2.00. And there's the documentation, which goes in the binder, still wrapped up. Quick reference card, which can also go in the binder. And then a plastic holder with two floppies inside. Labels are a little bit faded. I sure hope they'll still be good. This one says DOS. This one says Supplemental Programs. Next, let's open up DOS 3.3. This one is also in the typical binder in a box. This one has a shinier wrapper around the outside with a little bit more artwork on it. The binding says simply Disk Operating System, no version number there. And then the wrapper points out that it's version 3.30, 3.3 or 3.30, however you might want to say it. This one came at a time when 3.5-inch disk drives were starting to come into play, but 5.25-inch disk drives were still used an awful lot. So it includes both sides of disks inside. The back has the usual software license agreement and warranty, and also tells the system requirements. This one needed an IBM Personal Computer, Personal Computer XT, PC Junior, PC AT, IBM PC Convertible, one of several IBM PS2 or System 2s, and a minimum of 128 kilobytes of memory. It says it includes two 360K 5.25-inch diskettes and one 720K 3.5-inch diskette. Let's get inside. This time I have a better idea of what to expect inside. So this wrapper is just some cardboard around the usual IBM box. You can either leave it on there or take it off. Have inside a proof of license. I'll read this first about installing DOS 3.3. This is another quick reference card. See, unlike version 2.1, this one doesn't have the holes to attach this inside of the binder. In version 2.1, it had the holes on a tear-off section. Have a spiral-bound user's guide. Back then you even had to explain how a fixed disk drive worked. Nobody really knew yet. Things we take for granted now were new to a lot of people back then. Have a shrink-wrapped reference guide, which can go in the binder. Now we get to the software. Here's a 3.5-inch disk with DOS 3.3 on it. It says startup/operating. A piece of cardboard. And finally another plastic carrier with a pair of 5.25-inch 360K discs in it. This one says operating, and then this one says startup. So now, last but not least, let's set this aside and open up the IBM Professional Editor. I don't know what year this one was published versus the other two boxes I just opened. The box has been squished a little bit, but it still looks like the typical binder in a box with a program license agreement and warranty on the backside. So let's get inside there. Hopefully these discs are intact, because I don't think I've seen a copy of this anywhere online yet. I'm sure they're out there, but I just don't know where to look for them. IBM Professional Editor. There's the instructions, shrink wrapped. Here's a quick reference card with a perforated section to hook it into the binder. Looks like this is already clipped into the binder, and it tore out probably when the box got dropped and dented like that. And finally, a single 3.5-inch disc, Professional Editor, version 1.00, copyright IBM Corporation 1982. So now we know how old this is. Well, let's see if these discs are any good. My 5155 here has a XT-CF Lite card in it, which lets it use a compact flash card as a hard disk drive. Just about to start installing to the hard drive now, which is actually a compact flash card in the back of the machine. Hope it works. So here's a fresh installation of DOS 3.3 on the compact flash hard drive of this IBM 5155. Let's see if I can read the Professional Editor disk. It works! Cool.